What's up, you guys? I am Nia. Welcome back to my channel. Y'all, I really wanted to talk to y'all today. I don't even know how I came across this video on here, but the dudes was on here talking about why and they basically are one nerd and one suburban nigga. I'm not, because the message that they're saying is very valid. But this is what they refer to themselves as. That's why I just said that. Because the question was, why do black women love hood niggas? Like, you know, and I'm going to just talk about my own, because I feel like that's all I ever have. And I don't go after them. I feel like, that's why I was questioning myself, like, what is it about me that I only attract, like, hood niggas? Or, you know, niggas with these rough past. Like, why can't I attract a fucking... But then nobody wants a nerd. That's the thing. It's just like nah. Because it's like, who, you know, everybody has preference. And sometimes they're very nice guys. And this just reminds me of, you know, why Kevin Samuels be bashing. You know, I know he just passed or whatever, and I don't really agree with a lot of his ways and stuff that he used to bash women. But I'm now understanding, like, I really have an understanding of the dynamics and everything. And I just feel like that's what's causing a lot of hate on black women, why we so hated by our own men. And it typically stems from either they were treated wrong by their mom, or, you know, a lot of things that their mom allowed happen. Like I told y'all in the last video. Actually, because I did the whole video on the whole phase, y'all. So I'm probably gonna do that video after this, because y'all need to see that video. But yesterday I have recorded an hour long. I don't know what happened to the video. And then I did the one that y'all gonna see before this. I have recorded that one after the whole phase one. So I'm really just mad about it. But I'm gonna do another video about the whole phase that I had, and to let you guys know what's really up with the whole phase, the pros, the cons, and yeah, we gonna get into this. Like, my target audience is literally these young girls. Like, I just feel like with me being 28 now, it is my job to give back to young girls. I'm gonna be 29 this September. I'm gonna be 30 next year. Like, you know, for me, I've grown. Like I told y'all, I found God. God has scooped me up. And I used to be in the same very position as some of you girls. I'm you know, just coming out of some of the situations, off of dealing with a hood baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? And look at what dealing with a hood nigga had me as a single mom. Had to jump state, because you gotta understand, in the hood, if you ain't from the hood and you watching this video, it ain't, everything ain't all gravy in the hood. Like, most times whether you a boy or a girl, when you come up in that lifestyle in the hood, it's survival. Like, it's a lot of molestation that goes on in the hood. That goes on anywhere, but in the hood, it's a whole different ball game. It's a whole bunch of hate. It's literally crab in the bucket mentality. It's survival. Like, it's literally, you know, that's why they be killing each other and why they be going against each other. First of all, like I told y'all in the last video, like, because all of this shit ties into each other, which is why we have to heal and make better judgment, especially as mothers. Like, men, they need some help too, because it starts with them. And all of this stuff truly stems all the way back from slavery. Like, what they've done to us, we have to change this narrative. We've allowed them to separate us as black men and black women. We need to be coming back together. It's so sad that we are literally so against each other because of what they've done. It all stems, if you see it, the women lose respect when women crave protection and providership. We crave security. We need security. Men need respect. We love you when we feel like you taking care of us, when we feel like you're securing us, protecting us from danger, protecting us from all the other people that didn't hurt us. And a lot of black girls, especially in the hood, have been molested, you know, and that's, I told y'all in my video about my own molestation experience. And at that time, where was I at? You know, I wouldn't consider it like hood, like some other places, but Capitol Heights is very much so ghetto. Like, you know, it was ghetto then, and it's even ghettoer now. Like, So, you know, it's just growing up in certain environments. And I'm even realizing that with me being in Texas versus me living where I was just at in Pikesville in Baltimore, I'm like, my daughter don't complain. She used to get into stuff with the little boys at school. It was always something with the boys at school. Like, I think they liked her, so they picked with her. And then, like, there's one little boy, every day when we used to come into class, he gets up out his seat and come pull my daughter's chair, pull her chair open for her, pull her chair back for her to sit in. Like, and that was one of the same very boys the teacher had to move her away from him, from sitting by each other because they kept getting into it or whatever was going on. And I'm like, I said, damn it, I realized since my daughter been here, she don't complain about none of the kids bothering her. She doesn't complain. She really loves her school. She has no complaints. Like, every day at that last school when we was coming home, it was this one day. I really had to check one boy and his grandmother, because he, what did he smack her? What he do? Yeah, he smacked her. And I don't play that, because I told his mother, I don't know if he see that shit at home. His mama get her ass beat by at home and he think that shit okay. And this is why I tell y'all, you cannot allow your kids to be seeing that shit, because then they go to school and then they go out in the public and they project that same hurt and bringing them same actions out into other people who don't come from that. Right? And that's why bullying be happening in the schools. 9 times out of 10, when you sit down with a bully, you ask them what's wrong with them. You go to their home, you see how they live in their home, you're gonna see exactly why that baby is being a bully. That baby is either getting abused at home, molested at home, neglected at home. It starts at home, and this is why parenting is key for me. Like, parenting is your #1 role. Stop chasing. If you don't have a daddy, these niggas is not here to be your daddy. Stop looking for them to be your daddy. Stop looking for a man to come and save you. You have to get on your shit and get your own shit together. Stop focusing on the men. Just like the men need to stop focusing on appearing to be this tough guy, committing these acts and stuff because of what the girls deem as cool, like, because girls love her niggas. So it's pushing these niggas into being these street dudes because they want to be the ones that's likable by the pretty girls, because the pretty girls in school be liking the ones that seem tough. Not realizing the ones that's so bad in school, they not bad because they really want to be bad. That's why I don't believe in bad kids for real. Well, no, let's be clear. The kids do be bad, but what's the cause of that? When they start doing stuff, I'm telling you, when my daughter starts acting out, I know that it's because she feel like she's not getting enough time from me. It's because of something that I'm not doing, or that daddy's not doing. She's feeling something from her parents. So that's our job, to make sure that we're hands-on and attentive to our kids so that we know what's going on. It's our job to create a peace and harmony in the home so that they're not being affected by that arguing and that fighting. Like, seeing that girl eat cane on here and seeing her, you know, her baby daddy doing all that, I'm like, all I could think is I hurt for the kids, because y'all thinking that's cute and it's funny doing that toxic shit, letting them see you fussing, arguing, letting that little boy see daddy beat you up sometimes. And it don't even matter if it's sometimes. Them kids are watching. They're sponges. Kids don't know nothing. Everything that they see, like, even with my kids, they're 5 years old, like, they are watching everything. They're learning everything that you're doing. So if that little boy is watching daddy beat mommy ass, he gonna be like, and then 10 minutes later or the next day, everything is cool, we cuddling and acting like a sweet family, and then he beating my ass again the next day. That little boy is gonna learn that, and he's gonna think, okay, that's what you're supposed to do. That's love. Like, we teach our kids what love is. Why do we all think like we can't find love, and, you know, no one knows how to love like we love? Because for one, what's love to you is not love to me. Some of these men are used to abuse. When you're only used to abuse, that's what you think is love. If you're used to somebody abusing you and then hugging, kissing you, just like with me, I had to learn that because of my taught behavior of how I talk at men, because I heard my mom talk at her husband, you know, in a negative way when they beefing and arguing, and even how she talked at me. Aubrey, be quiet. I'm sorry. Just don't ignore the baby that y'all hear yelling in the back. She won't go to sleep. I'm trying to get the video done before I forget what's on my mind. But just like with me, like, that's why I always say I want to work on how I talk to my kids, because my mom talked at me crazy. Like, she wished she said some very hateful things to me coming up. Like, she called me the bitches and the wenches and, that stuff. And even, when I was 21, and when I had my baby, I got pregnant at 22 with my first daughter. And when I went through so much stuff between her and my baby daddy with that first baby, like, it was just very much so toxic for me. Like, for my first pregnancy, I went through so much with my mom and with my baby daddy, and she said some very hateful things to me during my pregnancy. Like, she really wished, I'm gonna be honest, because she said I'm not protecting her. She wished death on my baby. Like, all because she couldn't have, I told y'all in the last video, she's a narcissist. So when they losing that control of their kids and they feel like they can't tell them what to do, and that you won't just listen to everything mommy say do no more. They feel like you disrespecting them. I'm like, it literally, I don't even understand why. All I know is I was trying to move with my baby daddy. I was just, when I left college, like, that's just another story, but I don't know why she was so upset. Like, she went to the extreme. It was about the job. I think I had got fired from, I got fired from Amazon, but I wasn't living with her. I was staying with my baby daddy. Like, me and him was living together. I was living with him. So, like, yeah, I didn't understand why she was so upset about me getting fired. And she was like, because I told her, I said, it's none of your business. Like, why are you so, like, I didn't been fired from jobs before. You never knew. It's just none of your business. Like, everything is not your business. I don't have to come to you about everything that I'm doing, because at this point, I'm grown. I'm about to have a baby and everything. And it's just like, she was just mad. Like, she was losing that control. So it really hurt my feelings. But I always like, okay, my mom say mean things. Like, this is that taught behavior that I'm getting to. My mom always has said mean things to me, but she didn't come back and she'd be nice to me and she'd be sweet and she loved on me. So I think that it's okay to say mean things to people, and then, in the heat of a moment when y'all arguing, it's okay to say those foul things. But once we over the argument, I just expect us to be giddy and be good again, because it's like, okay, what you still tripping for? It was an argument. I hit low blows on an argument. What you mad for? I took that same energy into my relationship with my baby daddy. And when we get into an argument, here I go hitting low blow. And once you hit that low blow with a man, they not gonna look at you the same. Once you don't, like I told y'all, men looking for respect. Once they feel like, oh, she don't respect me, they discard of you. They feel the type of way towards you too. So it's like, even when you get mad at, that's what I had to learn. Even when you get mad at your man, it's still a way to check him without disrespecting him. So, but that took growth for me. I didn't know that, because all I ever seen was her call my stepdad bums, monkey ass nigga, this, that, when she mad, cussing him out, and that's all I ever heard. So it was taught behavior, and that's exactly what I'm saying. I had to be different. I have to be different. Like, I have to change, or else I'm going to teach my daughter the same thing. And I saw somebody comment in this guy video, and he was saying that typically men that are the fathers that are hood men out here, the hood niggas, because they say, why do girls like hood niggas? And a lot of times we done seen either our daddies be hood niggas, or we didn't have a father in the home. So we never had that protection. So we feel like, oh, these dudes tote guns, and they strong. We like big guys. We like the dark ones that seem like they scary looking. So that way when we with them, nobody's gonna mess with us. They're gonna protect us, because that's how I am. I feel like I'm in a world. I've been in the world alone by myself, had to fight all my own battles by myself. No matter if it was a battle with a girl, a battle with a man, I've had to fight the battle by myself, which has made me tough and masculine. And at the same time, it's because I didn't have that protection. So when I am looking for dudes, but me personally, I never go after dudes, because I've never been a girl who, hey boo, what's up, let me get your number. I don't go smacking niggas. Like, you gotta holler at me. But I always was wondering, like, what is it about me that attracts hood niggas? Like, why do I attract hood niggas? But I had to also realize, girl, you are a little ghetto yourself, so you're attracting who you are. You're attracting from that broken place. Hood niggas 9 times out of 10 come from a very broken background. Like, I dealt with nothing but hood niggas, so I know them, and that's why I have a special place in my heart though for them, because I understand their pain. I specialize in child psychology, basically, like about the kids' feelings, and me talking to them, they so open with me and just me observing, you know, getting to know, once I know your mom, know your dad, know a little bit about your background, I can see why you are the way you are. So I have a soft spot for them. It's like with my second baby dad. Like, I know he was a street nigga, or still a street nigga, and you know, I thought that I can get you, change you, and all that. And sometimes, you know, you can help, but it's not your job to build no man up. Like, that's gonna be another video. But I just want to say, like, we can't be chasing hood niggas, because a lot of times hood niggas are very broken. They are confused, they're lost, they don't really have no direction. Like, clearly a man in the streets and who believes that the streets is fun when he knows what it comes with, and then he not protecting you as, you know, his family. Because what they look at this Young Thug situation. If y'all know about Young Thug, first of all, my target audience, y'all should be knowing, y'all on Twitter and stuff, and y'all should be knowing about what's going on with Young Thug and them with this whole RICO charge. And they're hood niggas, and everybody's saying, why y'all get all this money and y'all still in the streets, y'all still in the hood? Because that shit is a mentality. Like, everything is a mentality. You have to completely switch. And they being part of these gangs, and most hood niggas are living double, triple, quadruple lifestyles outside of the lifestyle that they show us as their women. And sometimes they get us involved in it, which is why you gotta be real careful about who you deal with. Because look at the situation with Young Thug. His baby mama is dead. Now he just got picked up for RICO. Now his little kid is without a mother because she dead because of him, because of the activity that he be involved in the streets, and they can't get to him. They gonna get who's next best, a nigga baby mom. They gonna hit where it hurt. They gonna find your mom, your grandma, your baby mom. Most of these niggas don't got no daddy, so they ain't going after their daddy. They going after the mom, the baby mama, the kids. That's who they going after. And that's why we as women, we have to put ourselves in better positions. Stop chasing what look good, because like I always say, everything that glitter ain't gold. And a lot of times these hood niggas be looking for come-ups. They looking for a way out. Every hood nigga and hood female. This is why the hood girls, they selling their bodies, they stripping, they doing all of this stuff, because at the end of the day, you're looking for a way out. And when you in that jungle, and you feel like, damn, everybody, and even your own family, like, you know, my mama was a crackhead, my father was crackhead, alcoholic, doing this outside. When you in that shit, like, when you in that shit, it's hard to believe that there really is a way out. So they say, fuck it, we got to get it by any means. I can't read it. A lot of times, because of the stress from home, they drop out of school. They don't finish school. Because when you look at all the bad boys, anybody watching this video, you think about the bad boys in school, 9 times out of 10, it was a lot of shit going on at home. That's why they either get suspended a lot, they just stop coming. Because when you going through all this, just think about as an adult, when we going through all this shit as an adult, we get even stressed and depressed. Like, we even do. So imagine as a 14, 15, 10-year-old kid, sometimes this little boy out in Baltimore, I used to always see him at the gas station, like, and you could just tell he out there. He would ask to pump my gas. I would just give him money, like, because I know you out here, you probably got little siblings you taking care of. Like, your mama probably a crackhead. It's in Baltimore. Baltimore's a rough area. Like, any hood is rough. So it's just really survival. Like, they do everything. Everybody got to hustle. Like, everybody can make some money, but it's just like, just enough to get by. And then we don't have financial literacy. So if you do come up off of some sales and this, they don't know to take that. If you do in the drug game, they don't know to stack that money. That's why I used to tell my baby daddy, like, nigga, save your money. Like, you can get out of that shit. You on this block jeopardizing your life, getting into shit. Like, and then that shit might come back to affect me, the dude I was dealing with before him. Like, that's gonna be a different video. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all about this, because I'm gonna be real and open up and tell y'all about my own experiences, because I want y'all to understand how detrimental it is to your life and your safety, like, and how detrimental it is to your kids by you keep seeking after this hood nigga. Like, look around, look where it gets us. Look where it gets us as women. Stop seeking that. That's not what you want. And that's why it makes these dudes hate the nerds and stuff. You know, when they grow up and they finally, you know, take their nerd glasses off. Anybody that's 4-eyed, I'm not trying to offend y'all. It's all love, y'all. Like, my mom wear glasses. Like, I don't wear glasses. I got 20/20, baby. But it's nothing wrong with that. And there's some dudes out here who just really look cute with their glasses and really just, but because of their own inability to get the cute girls. And this is another thing with them. Why y'all always gotta go after it's like the dudes too, they go after the so-called pretty girls in school. The ones that the popular girls. Like, why don't y'all, everybody just needs to date who for them. Because there's other girls, the nerdy girls. Won't the nerdy boys and the nerdy girls get together? That's just how that works. Like, but me personally, I never went after hood niggas, but I did feel like they were the ones, like, but they caused the most damage. Like, that's why you think now the good niggas is in style. And that's why they be saying that on social media, is because when we young, all we want is a hood nigga. But then them hood niggas, all they do is fuck us over. So then you get to a point where I'm tired of being fucked over. Let me go get one of them nerds, because them nerds be smart and they getting their money the legal way. So when they get older out of high school, now they older now and they doing some real shit. They done cleaned themselves up. They not looking so nerdy no more. They not wearing high waters no more and all of this stuff no more. So you looking at them now and they like, bitch, fuck you. You ain't want me. You look like the girl. Because this is all it is. You look like that same girl that used to go to my school. Y'all used to be the same type of girls. Y'all was never looking my way. Now that I got money now and I cleaned myself up, now you want me. But at the end of the day, I feel like everybody deals with that. Like, you know, because I even deal with that. When I don't know if I told y'all in the last video, the same dude, I used to get into it with him in elementary school about, he used to call me fat and stuff, and I used to be calling him my little crackhead and stuff, because she was very much so a crackhead. So one thing about me, like I told you, I'm kind of ghetto, so I'm used to joning. Me and my cousins, like, I did that shit for a living, and I had to do that as defense mechanisms, because y'all not about to keep calling me fat and stuff and think I'm not gonna say nothing back, because at the end of the day, I can lose this weight. Can your mom just stop being a crackhead within a month? No, I can lose the weight within a month. Can your mama stop, no shade to anybody that, come from that background, but this is just what it was with the boy. Now you the same nigga that be in my DMs when I be posting stuff, like putting your heart eyes and shit. But what happened to the fat jokes? Like, all the same niggas that used to, and it's the same way. Like, that's how the nerds feel. Just like the same people who used to be fat and now skinny feel. Like, you wasn't fucking with me then. Why you want to fuck with me now? Like, oh, because the girls who used to be hot back then, now they fat now, and now they not attractive now, and now y'all on the roles and switch, and that's just what it is. Like, everybody just got to stop glorifying the bodies, the pretty girls, the hood niggas, because this is just a ripple effect. Like, it really is. And hood niggas ain't nothing to glamorize. A lot of times they be especially when hood niggas go looking for girls that can get them out their situation. Like, that's how I feel about my baby daddy. You was looking for a come up. You knew I was smart. I went to college, all this stuff. I had my own car, had my own place. And niggas be looking for a come up. Like, you knew that I could do something for you. You knew I could change your life around. And which I did. I helped you. What's that? Hold on. But she always want to fight her sleep. But yeah, y'all, like, you talking to a girl who, like I said, I gotta be real. The only way to really try to convey your message, I feel like you gotta tell the real about shit. Like, I've been there. Her daddy is a hood nigga, a street nigga, and it irritates me. It started, it was cool at first, like I said. Like, when I got with him, I'm like, okay. And I knew better. That's why I said I knew better. But like I said, I was in a vulnerable state because I was just dealing with somebody very toxic, a nigga, another type of hood nigga. It's just like, it's levels to them too. Some of them niggas just come from that environment. Like, it's hood niggas and then there's street niggas. I went from a hood one to a street one. The hood one is the one that, well, both of them are crazy really, because you want me dead too. But the other one used to chase, like, and he was toxic, try to kill me basically. Like, I don't know why these niggas always trying to kill me. These niggas be like, me out of here. They say, bitch, you gotta go. Like, but it's not cute. It's not cute. And the man that treats you like that, a man that will make you in fear of him when he's supposed to make you feel safe, because that's what we're looking for, that's not the man for you. And 9 times out of 10, that's what a hood nigga's gonna do. A hood nigga gonna get you, gonna hurt you, get you pregnant, keep getting you pregnant. 9 times out of 10, they not gonna commit for real. And then, to truth be told, they not telling y'all. It's a lot of these hood niggas, why they battling these demons of homosexuality. To be clear, because a lot of them have been molested. Like, when I hear the stories and stuff, and I just be talking, I'm like, it's a lot of that going on. Like, and I know my own issues. Like, we ain't just doing all of this stuff and angry for no reason. This stuff stems from childhood, stems from the molestation. You know how many little boys out here are being molested right along with the girls? That's why I'm not playing when I tell y'all this. Protect your sons, protect your daughters, but don't leave the boys out. This is why the boys are so fucked up. This is why the boys are so fucked up. They feel like nobody gives a fuck about us unless it's about money. Like, nobody cares. That's the only way they get their respect, is if they committing crimes and they a lot of times, even with my baby daddy, and it was just so funny to hear him say that. That's why I say he mentally ill. The second one, because like he go back and forth. I think it's them demons. They really, when these niggas be talking about they fighting demons, they really are. They've been living these rough lifestyles, these whole, like I told y'all, these double lives. They out here committing murders. If anybody that does something to somebody, even think about, like, most times your subconscious knows, like, ain't no most times, your subconscious always knows what you done and what you done been through. And that stuff that's why you have flashbacks, and you just have times where you just sit there and you think back on it, and you have that PTSD. Just like him, like, why would this happen? Why would I do this to that person? Like, that shit, guilt and shame be eating motherfuckers up. That's why they be having these demons and shit that they talk about. Because you do, when you live your life and you living a life, a secret life, this fast life, doing a bunch of shit, you not, you trying to run away from it, like you trying to forget that you did. You can't forget shit you did. That's why you got to be cautious of what you do, because you got to live with that shit forever. And that shit be eating motherfuckers up because they have flashbacks about that event, them killing a motherfucker, them raping somebody. Like, that should be eating them up, all that guilt and shame. And it's just a lot, And my baby father, he put me on game to a lot of shit that be going on. Like, I already knew some stuff, but to the magnitude, he really put me on game to a lot. Like, he really did. Both of them have put me on game to a lot. Like, but all I know is I'm over hood niggas. Like, I don't want them. They be cool. I be liking them as friends. Like I told y'all, I'm a little ghetto myself, and that's why I feel like, who are you to judge, girl? I grew up around that, like, but my brother, he ain't no fucking hood nigga. Like, you could tell he just a nigga that he a man that knows shit because he been there. Like, he been in certain shit. But my mama wasn't playing with him either. She wasn't letting him do all that shit, but some stuff he was naturally getting into. But after his one scare with getting locked up, my mama had to come down and he ain't do that shit no more. My mother wasn't playing with him. This is why it's about parenting. Like, my mama did a great ass job with my brother to be a single mother in the hood. Like, we ain't move out the hood. He was 16 when we moved to the suburbs. So by 16, you already made for real. Everything you done saw and experienced, that shit you've already been molded. Like, you really have. So a lot of stuff, it was just, that's how my mom, I really think it was because of him why my mom had to get us out, from around there, because he was getting involved into some not good shit where we was. And that's why most parents, and that's why I say to parents, like, always invest in yourself. Never stop trying. If you are somebody watching this and you live in the projects, in the hood, and you tired of your son getting into stuff, and you want better for your kids and all this stuff, like, all of that play a part. As the parents, we have to go harder. It's a new day and age now. Like, go hard. Go back to school. Them extra shifts you working, you gotta cut out clubbing, cut out certain shit. Like, really focus. You gotta shut everything out. You gotta learn to shut everything out except your priorities. Like, and if you dealing with a nigga and he ain't helping you, that nigga gotta go. Period. He need to be helping in some way, contributing to your mindset, helping you, get wiser and smarter. Like, that's what they should be doing. If they're not contributing to that, and they not helping with no bills, and this, and they beating your ass, and they cheating, bringing you back STDs, doing this, doing that, like, cut their ass off. It's not that much love in the world. We have to learn to love ourselves. And that's what I'm here to teach the girls, self-love, because I've had to heal myself. I had to teach myself self-love. I had to do all this work by myself, on myself, I had to sacrifice so much to even get to this mental state. That's how I know it's all about the mindset. And we gotta shift it. We gotta change this narrative. We can't have the boys out here, our black men out here feeling like, oh, if I don't fit this category, if I come from the suburbs, I'm not good enough for these girls. When in reality, it's the flip. It's the flip, because them hood niggas be the ones that's gonna dog you out. These ones with the nerds, the ones that's gonna treat you like a lady. Like, and that's just how it is. They all be feeling like they gotta fit this portrayal. That's why you got the suburb niggas that want to be hood niggas so bad, because the girls glorify the hood niggas, the ones who tote the guns. They glorify that. So it's just a lot of times it stems though from the woman's brokenness, but all of this definitely plays back into the old days. In slavery, they was killing the black men right in front of their wives and children. They was raping the wives, and the husbands couldn't do nothing. They couldn't do nothing. So what does that do? What does that do to the woman's mind? That say, damn, he can't even protect me. He let me get. They killed him, and then even if they didn't kill him, you gotta watch your wife get taken by them slave masters and raped and fucked on, and let her be pregnant. Like, you're a wife, you're a woman. Men don't play about their woman. And the fact that they had no control then. And that's why I need the black men these days to understand, to change the narrative. Yes, they stripped y'all down. They stripped us all down as a black race. They stripped us from everything. But we now it's a different day and age. We now have our identity. And we now have privilege and access to more things than we ever once had before. And that's why I be always telling my own baby daddy, like, change the narrative. Yes, you so upset because you feel like you was given the shit end of the stick. Like, why I had to come up like this, or why I was introduced to the streets. Like, why they ain't teach me this shit about credit? Why they ain't teach me how to do this? Like, he feels like that. And a lot of these boys be feeling like that's why they take their anger out on everybody, is because they feel like it's a very low self-esteem. That's why I be trying to help even him with his self-esteem, like, because it's the self-esteem within these boys, the self-esteem within the girls. We need to learn to love ourselves and understand that the past doesn't define us. That once was, but we can change the now. You don't have to just succumb to what was. You don't have to do that. You can change the narrative. Like, and I always say that. I always would tell him that, like, look, you got me. I really care about you. Like, your mama might not have known this, like, or this person, just like my mom. It's a lot of shit that my mom just didn't know, because she was out in the streets by herself too, figuring it out by herself, having 2 deaf parents. Imagine you having 2 deaf parents, and you gonna take advantage of them, and then they doing them or whatever. You out in the streets, you get sucked in too with the boyfriend, her first baby daddy too, abusive. And why was he abusive to her? Why was he so angry? Because he hated his home, he hated his mom. He saw his dad beating his mom ass. Like, look at the ripple effect. And he thought it was okay because he saw his mama, my mama's first baby daddy, my brother's dad, because his dad saw his own mom getting beat on and had to stay, because during them times back then, that's when stuff was just now getting, women was just starting to get rights to do stuff. And she had to take them ass whippings. The mama had to take it, and the kids saw that. So it's like I just told y'all, what's the ripple effect? Now he grow up, and then, he was molested. My brother's dad was molested too. His brother was, like, in that hood, a lot of shit be going on in the fucking hood. Like, a lot of that shit be going on. Just when you got limited resources, like, it's just, I feel like it causes this hunger, and you ain't got shit to do but sit around. Like they have limited resources in the hood. And that's why when I come up, man, I really want to put resource centers in the hoods and help guide these little girls, help guide these young boys. That's why I think I wanted a son so bad, because I want to show people, like, it's how you raise your kids up. It's what you instill in your kids. Because yes, they're going to face peer pressure, but you got to be on their ass. You got to be on your kids' ass, especially with them boys. And even with the girls, like, that's what I was getting to at some point in this video. And I was saying that because I saw in the comments right here, the dude was saying, the crazy thing is, men can argue that they are in the streets because they had no father to guide them, but black women literally have their mothers. It should be no excuse for a woman to have her mother and not know how to be ladylike or respect herself enough to not deal with the street dude. Anytime I hear street fathers say the same thing to young boys, they say, don't become me, gang banging ain't cool. And that is true, because most because some of them, like my baby daddy, but that's the thing. I'm gonna get to that, but let me finish reading this. Don't become me, gang banging ain't cool. He said, you don't ever hear a thought mother telling her daughter not to be her, or teaching her daughter conservatism with her body. The moms just be letting their daughter do whatever they want. And he is right, because that's what I said about my mom. It's like, okay, I'm like my mom. She was doing shit. You think it's cool selling your body? Like, she be telling me this stuff now. It's like, and she be swearing like, you don't gotta, you ain't got, girl, you know you was selling that pussy, girl. Bye, girl. Stop fucking lying. Keep telling something, you don't gotta have sex with them too. Niggas ain't doing all that. I mean, don't get me wrong. You do got niggas out here who you could just sell them a dream, sell them the thought that he might get with you and get some pussy from you so he can get some money. But most niggas not just out here giving you money and they not getting nothing out the deal. Like, so she can cut that shit. I done been around, like, and let's just be clear. But you do got some niggas that you can finesse with a good little, sell them a little dream. Oh, I need this, and sweet talk them, because niggas be sweet. But men are sweet, period. They are too. That's why when they be talking about on Instagram, on Twitter, that if men's so easy, why y'all can't get them to commit? Y'all don't even know how to commit to yourselves. Y'all don't even know how to love yourselves to even really truly love a woman. So it's levels to this. One thing about it is I see through the men, and I really have an understanding of men now. I'm still learning. I still have a lot to learn, but I definitely understand a lot of the reasons why they are the way they are, especially just with everybody that's in my own life, including my own self and my own experiences. Like, we all come from that similar lifestyle. My own cousins, hood dudes, because it's just the environment. It was the environment. It was what's going on in the home environment. All of that plays a part into who we become. And it's true, these mothers, that's why I say, that's why I know I had to change. Because if I didn't, I would be letting my daughter think this stuff is okay. I'm not letting my daughters see what I saw my mom do. Like, I'm not leaving porn tapes around. Like, when I get involved, when I get sexually involved, when I was sexually involved, my kid's not seeing all that. Like, she can't go through my phone seeing all these pictures, and kids are just nosy though, so sometimes but it's just like, as a parent, you just gotta, don't be just selling sex in front of them. And I just saw so much stuff. Like I told you, I was molested, so I was already sexualized very early. So, then being nosy in the house by myself, going through my brother's stuff, seeing what he doing with his girlfriends. Like, then my stepdad, I never told y'all this, but I saw my stepdad suck dick. I mean, not him suck dick. I saw him, like, a girl, he was cheating on my mom. And this is probably why I also have trust issues with men. I was in the back seat sleep, and I literally, I held that in for a long time, because I never wanted to hurt my mom's feelings with that. Like, me seeing that. And it's so funny, my baby daddy, he be saying that about his stepdad. He, seeing his stepdad cheat on his mom, that's why he ain't with all that, because he hurt the family by doing that. He hurt his mom by doing that. And that's why he ain't want to be doing that to me, and all this other stuff. But he really was a good guy. And that's why girls be like, I want a romantic hood, because these hood dudes, they really do be so sweet. Every last one of them I had, except that fucking one. The one that, when I tell y'all the story, I don't like that nigga. Like, he just different. He's weird. But yeah, I saw my own stepdad getting head in the car from some bitch. She looked like she was a junkie too. Come to find out, my stepfather was doing crack and stuff. So she probably was a crackhead joint too, sucking dick in the front seat while his daughter is in the back. Like, really, what kind of standards do you have to even suck a nigga dick in front of a child, whether she sleep or not? Like, it's not like it's a baby. Like, I understand, you know how when you just have a baby and you with your baby daddy, like, that's different. Because the baby is a baby and y'all having sex while the baby is in the courage or whatever. You know, and y'all, you know, baby a baby, sleep, doing it. But when I don't even fucking know. It was, like I said, all this shit was under the age of 10. So it was like, me seeing that, I'm like, I woke up and saw that and I just went back to sleep. I just went myself back to sleep. Like, it's just crazy. And I just felt like, damn, nigga, you out here cheating on my mom and she at work for real. And you watching, supposed to be watching me. You out here sneaking, getting your dick sucked by this bitch. That's like a lot of stuff that I've just seen and been exposed to, bruh, is why my trust issues the way they are with men. Just, it all plays a part. But I just wanted to say this video to say, stop idolizing these hood niggas. Like, talk to girls who actually have dealt with hood niggas. If you are a girl watching this and you have not experienced a hood nigga and you keep fantasizing about one, you don't want one. If you want to be heartbroken, you want to be abused, you want to be taken advantage of, you want to be a single baby mama, you want to be all of that, then yes, go get you a hood nigga. If you want to be, possibly get caught up, because most of the girls that are locked up right now and over history, most of the black women and any girl, period, guarantee most of them, guarantee you 99.9% of them are locked up behind a man and behind a hood nigga at that. Because there's so many niggas who use girls, hood niggas use girls for come-ups. They use girls for their resources because they have a lack of resources. So y'all need to understand that. Don't be putting no cars in these niggas' names. And I ain't never did no shit like that. My mama, that's one thing my mama did tell me, like, she always say, niggas only want you for your pussy. Don't be giving them up your pussy. But at the same time, you said that way too late after I was already molested. So, like, I was talking about this in that whole phase video, but I don't know where the fuck that video went. The devil just is petty, obviously, because it was definitely an hour-long video, and I don't know what happened to it, but I was talking about that in here. Yeah, just... we really have to do better. These niggas, don't be putting nothing in their name. Don't be putting nothing in your name for no man, because he's going to burn you. If he can't get it for himself, he don't have the patience and the money to invest in his own credit repair, then don't go putting nothing in your name for him, co-signing on nothing for him, because these niggas don't give a fuck. Like, I've been scammed enough times to let you know. I guess I'm telling you, when I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking from experience. And it's not even just, projecting onto you, because this is what it is. Like, it ain't just a coincidence that I went through it, and then my friend went through it, and then all the girls on social media be talking about shit. And we all from different areas, different states. But when you're dealing with these group of niggas, just realize in every major city, there is a hood, like, and the hood is the hood no matter where it's at. The concept of the hood is the same. And if you really get in your research, you learn that the projects was an experiment by the white man. Like, when y'all realize the white man really set up all of this stuff for the black people, to this modern day slavery, to keep the blacks at the bottom, we'll understand what really the hood is, why the hoods even exist. It's a project. And it's literally a project. When you think about a project that you're doing in school, that's what the projects for the hood projects were. And I read that it was a rat experiment. Like, why you think there's so many rats and stuff? They send them rats in the hood. Like, they put that shit there. But it started off of the rat experiment. Like, you Google the rat experiment with the hood, the projects, and it is, if you put a bunch of low resource, put a bunch of black people in one area that have a lack of resources, a lack of this, a lack of that, you're going to get them killing each other. They're going to take each other out. They're going to, it's like crabs in a barrel. That's why they always say black people got that crab in a barrel mentality, because if it's a bunch of crabs in a barrel, you got that one that's trying to climb on top of each other, trying to get out. And that's why the ones that's at the bottom, the ones that's really not on, they not close to the top like you are, and they see you you almost out, they're going to do anything to pull you down. And for me, that's male or female. These dudes be bringing us down. They be coming to steal, kill, and destroy, to bring us down, to keep us stuck because we superseding them. And a lot of times, them hood niggas be jealous of you. Like, pay attention. You gotta start listening to what people say. Like, pay attention to what these dudes be saying. Like, this shit not no joke. Like, and if you a hood nigga watching this, you need to get on your shit. Get on your shit. If you want to change your life and get out the hood, like, I can put you on right and tell that. So hit me up. You can hit me up in my DMs on Instagram or something for help if you a hood nigga. Because I really do want to help the niggas too. Like, that's why I think my baby daddy, he was my project. I kept saying, I said, you my first project. Like, if I could heal you, if I could help you, get you off the streets. And that's why he was so mad. You got me off the streets and you just gonna leave me. But only thing I did was convince him, like, bruh, even if you're gonna be out there, don't sell the illegal shit that's gonna get you caught up. You could sell these, I had put them on to selling the leaves, like the Fontana leaves. It's smoking. If you smoke weed, you know about it's like a big ass backwood leaf. I had told him that. I found the little wholesaler joint for him. Tell him, sell these, make you come up off of something else. Like, you ain't even getting paid enough. Them niggas be risking their lives out there in the streets. You not even getting paid enough. This day and age we in, this ain't no crackhead world no more. You still got the recovering addicts and the crackheads, the people that are still out on crack. 9 times out of 10, they've been on crack for years, since the 80s boom when the crack was a big thing back then. So if you understand, like, the drug game is drying up. Drug money ain't fast, ain't as big as it is no more, and you got all these people populating that industry in these hoods, and it ain't enough crack, it ain't enough fiends for them. Like, I've been out there with him and stuff like that, and just to, just see, it's like, just hang it out. Like, you will have a good day at the beginning of the month when these junkies get their money and they come out, but then they go duck off. Like, it's not as popping as it was back during the 80s, because everybody was doing it in the 80s. Just like everybody's doing weed now. Everybody was doing crack back then. So it was lucrative. Like, it has to have supply and demand. If you don't got the demand for it, but you got all these suppliers, the suppliers gonna be taking a lot of the suppliers gonna be taking losses and going out of business, which is what's going on in the drug business. Like, a lot of y'all, the drug game ain't like it was before. That's why they putting this new shit in it, doing all this extra shit. Nah, now it's opioids and stuff. These young kids is on lean and pills and perks and all that. So it's just like, you got to change your mindset, change the narrative. Like, you getting paid $50, $100 a day to be out here risking your life. Just think about it. If you a hood nigga watching this, you're risking your life. And they probably not watching this, but you're risking your life for $50 to $100 a day. And if you're a girl watching this and your nigga's in the hood, help put him on to something different. Because at the end of the day, if you don't help him and you really love him, you want him out the streets. You got to convince him, like, there's a better way. You got to show him. Because a lot of people, they don't want to hear that talk. They want you to show me how it can be done. But also, it has to be a man who wants it. A lot of these niggas, they're so damaged. They didn't seek love from where it really mattered. So the only people that showed them respect was the niggas in the streets. Because the only reason why they had to get their respect was they had to commit a sin, commit a murder, come on that ride with them, come taking their life with them. They had to go do some wild shit to get that respect. But look what getting respect gets you in the end. You get locked up, you get to gotta be away from your kids, leaving your baby mamas to be single mamas, leaving your mamas to take care of your kids, leaving all, like, the ripple effect of a hood nigga is so much that come with it. I just told you about Young Thug and them, like, it's just so much that come with that lifestyle. You don't want no hood nigga. Like, you gonna be watching your back every day too. That girl Keisha Bell from Baltimore, I think that was her name. Keisha from Bell, she was messing with the nigga Young, what was his name? I don't fucking know. That's because my baby father ghetto ass be watching that shit. And he was telling me about the nigga. I had heard about the girl because just through association of other people on Instagram. Like I follow, and her daughter is friends with the girl who got killed. She only got killed because they couldn't get to her boyfriend. So they got you. They killing everybody around him because he done went off and ducked off somewhere else after doing all these crimes, and niggas won't get back. So now they like, okay, I can't get you. I'm gonna kill. They kill his brother, and then they killed his girlfriend. A week later, they said, or a month later? I think it was a week later. Like, look at how everybody going down. When you associated with the wrong nigga, one nigga can be the downfall of a whole fucking family. And that's why we gotta be careful with the men that we're choosing, especially when we have kids. Look at India and Dirk, and everybody glorify that shit. There's no way in the world I would want to be with no nigga that I gotta be in shootouts with. I know niggas is on your ass all the time, so I can't even live a regular life. Me and my kids can't live a regular life because we gotta be on our shit too because of what you got going on, the lifestyle that you had before you even came along and with me. Like, certain girls are meant for that. Some of us are not. I'm the girl that's not. My home is my sanctuary. I don't want to even feel like I'm on eggshells in my house, and I damn sure want to feel like I can't be safe in my house without watching my back everywhere. Can't go out to the pool, can't go just chill outside with my kids because my nigga ops be around and he be looking. Like, that's not the lifestyle you want to live. So if you're a girl watching this and you don't know, now you know. Like, you gotta choose better. So I'm gonna keep doing some videos because I really want better for the girls. Like, me personally, I have 2 daughters, and that's why I say, like, I can't be teaching them like a whole face is cute. Ain't nothing good about selling your body. Ain't nothing good about giving a body. Your body, like my baby daddy always say, like, we stick stuff, like y'all can have stuff inserted into y'all. Like, that's your soul. Like, it really is. Like, we have to, you can't just be letting anybody fuck on you. And then you ain't even getting nothing out the deal. But even still, it's just like, we really have to learn to respect our bodies. Like, we do. Respect our time and our bodies, and we need to protect our children. Like, and I definitely understand why it's all this back and forth. I see why it's such a battle of the sexes now. Now I really understand why it's a battle of the sexes. So, just hope y'all took something from this, and yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video, because I'm definitely I'll probably do it later. I'm about to, well, she's asleep now, so I'm about to just go put her in the bed, and I'll probably just come back on here and do the video about my, you know, my own baby daddies, why I left them, why I'm a single mom, why I did move to Texas, because I told y'all I moved to Texas. And I told y'all a little bit about it, but, okay. I told y'all a little bit about the process, you know, about why I came here and whatever, because I know most people follow us from that journey, but this video is strictly for the young girls, like, and older women, because look at what I'm saying, older women. Look at Sheree on Housewives. Look at her. And that's why I need to do that video about my own baby daddies, because y'all, if y'all watch Housewives Atlanta and y'all see how Drew's husband is treating her, that's exactly how my first baby daddy was to me. That's why I had to leave the nigga. So before y'all be wondering why bitches are single mothers, because do you want us to deal with that, or you want us to just have our peace and raise our kids in peace and not in that commotion? Everybody on internet bashing Drew, you need to leave him, this, that, but when a girl become a single mother, then y'all bashing the single baby mamas. Oh, you should have chose better. Oh, this, like, girl. But anyways, y'all, I'll see you guys in the next video, because I got a whole bunch I could always say about these topics, and that's what I'm gonna keep doing, because this is what I love to talk about. Like, I love to talk about this stuff. So, you know, and I'm definitely, you know, always up for a cute debate, but at the end of the day, I said what I said. So, you know, you can drop your opinions in the comments, and, you know, it's cool, whatever. It's all love over here, you know. It's all love. So, deuces.